Lu Guang nodded excitedly, and said, "Then let's go in together, and let them die today." The other side. In the diamond box of Classic Mansion, a variety of dishes are served on the table, which can be described as a delicacy. As the underground emperor of Orus Hill, Orville said with respect to Jacob at this moment, "Mr. Wilson, I specially asked the back chef to prepare this table of special health-preserving dishes. I hope it will suit your appetite. These ingredients are the ones that the only top class in Orus Hill can buy, and it is natural and without any additives." Jacob's saliva flowed down looking at the various delicacies in front of him. Even before the Wilson family went bankrupt, he had never been to such a top restaurant, let alone eaten such good things. Sometimes, he dreams of experiencing the extravagant life of such a master. He can order a top-quality shark fin, a top-quality abalone, and steam an Australian lobster or king crab in the restaurant. However, for so many years, he has never had such an opportunity. He has eaten the most expensive meal, which had the per capita is only 2,000. Today, he has already spared it, and he is ready to eat a meal of 200,000 or 300,000 per person. But Orville's preparations today were truly extravagant. One serving of the best double-headed abalone cost 8,880. Jacob was dumbfounded. Let alone black truffles, caviar, and other delicacies, it costs thousands for a casual serving. This meal, if calculated according to the specifications, is already at least 2 to 3 million. Jacob had never eaten such an expensive meal in his entire life. He was so excited and busy eating that he said to Orville, "Mr. Orville, thank you so much for your great hospitality." Orville smiled slightly, took out a business card of his own from his pocket, handed it to Jacob's hand, and said, "Mr. Wilson, this is the next business card, please keep it. Next time you come to Classic Mansion again, give me a call and I will immediately ask someone to pack out the diamond box and use it as you like." After Jacob took the business card, he was filled with joy. Other people in the Calligraphy and Painting Association were even more enthusiastic when they saw such a scene. This Jacob is really amazing. The famous Orville is like a grandson in front of him, and there is no such thing as a big boss. Mr. Orville not only served dishes and poured wine in the box himself, but even took the initiative to pour a glass of white wine. He came to Jacob's face and said respectfully, "Mr. Wilson, I toast you a glass." Jacob immediately held up the wine glass, flattered, touched Orville, and then drank the wine in the glass. After a glass of wine, he couldn't help sighing, "Oh, this wine is really delicious." Mr. Orville smiled and said, "This is a 40-year-old Motai, and you need a 6-figure bottle for a kilogram. Mr. Wilson will drink more if he likes it. I will let someone bring 2 more bottles later." Jacob hurriedly thanked, "Oh, Mr. Orville, I really don't know how to thank you." "You are so kind." "I should be." Orville said piously, "Mr. Wade treats me as kind as a mountain, and you are Mr. Wade's father-in-law. I naturally have to treat you wholeheartedly to be worthy of Mr. Wade's kindness to me." Jacob couldn't help sighing. Why did this Charlie fool? He's almost fooling Mr. Orville into his dog legs. Unexpectedly, this guy has no other abilities, but the ability to fool people is really amazing. Others at the dinner table, seeing Jacob having such a face in front of Orville, had long been willing to cater to him. President Pei couldn't help holding up the wine glass and said with a smile on his face, "Oh, today I really want to thank Jacob for arranging such a show. The old master has lived all his life and has never eaten such a luxurious meal. My eye is opened." As he said with a serious look, "In addition, today our Calligraphy and Painting Association has ushered in a new executive director. Come, let us all respect Director Wilson with a glass." Everyone was also very acquainted, and they picked up their wine glasses and said with a smile, "Director Wilson, we respect you together." When Jacob heard that Chairman Pei took the lead in calling himself Director Wilson, he was surprised and said, "Chairman Pei, am I elected?" "Of course." Chairman Pei said with a smile, "Jacob, our standing director is none other than you." When Jacob heard this, he was immediately excited and said hurriedly, "Thank you, President Pei." Thank you, everyone. I will continue to work harder and make more contributions to our calligraphy and painting association. Everyone also laughed flatteringly, and then they brought up their glasses together. When he was about to have a drink, there was a loud bang, and the door of the box was kicked open. The people in the box were suddenly startled by the loud noise. Everyone was too busy to watch and saw a burly middle-aged man walking into the box with a cold face. And behind him, 4 middle-aged men with arrogant faces also stepped in. These 5 people are Regnar's personal bodyguards. Lu Guang and Lu Ming followed these men's with arrogant faces, with a grin on their faces, very arrogant. Mr. Orville frowned when he saw Lu Guang and Lu Ming, his son, and said coldly, "You father and son are really courageous? Dare you to bring someone to kick my classic mansion?" Lu Ming snorted coldly and said, "Orville, your death is imminent and will not delay your pretending. Tell you, you humiliated me, dare not forget for a moment. Today we are here to kill you." When these words came out, everyone's jaw dropped. Did they hear him right? There are people who are bold enough to want the life of Orville? Mr. Orville also sneered sarcastically at this time. You want my life? Do you really think that Orville is eating dry rice? Do you know how many younger brothers I have in Orus Hill?